G'day guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Had a fair bit of rain out here over the last week. There's a few trees down and that. I'm going to take advantage of that. So today I'm going to make a crab pot or a crab trap, whatever you want to call it. Got all this down timber up here behind me. So I'm going to go up now, cut a bit of that, take it back down to the shelter and yeah, knock myself up a trap. So stick around guys. If you're new to the channel, you're wondering what that blue thing is in the background, it's the Bushcraft canoe that I made. You can check that out on some other videos I've got of building the canoe and building outriggers for the canoe. So that's what that blue thing is back there, if you're wondering. But alright, crack on. Whoa. Super slippery. As I said at the beginning, had a lot of rain. Everything's so wet, slippery, muddy. Mentioned the rain, it's just started again, so I have to move this indoors. Yep, gonna have to move this video indoors, guys. So hang with me for a second. I'll just take the camera and everything into the shelter because it's starting to rain again, and I want to keep going with this video. So, right, I'll make a big move. Get my light in. Alright, you may be able to pick that up in the microphone just because the camera's up near the canvas. But it's raining, and the one good thing about having the shelter built when I'm doing this sort of stuff is that if I'm filming outside using the natural light, it's all good. But if it starts raining, I can quickly move everything indoors and someplace nice to chill out and just watch the rain through the open door. But anyway, I don't have time to do that today because I'm making a trap for you guys. So, it's the same thing, same deal, you just keep going along, cutting them to length, leaving them probably about 3 inches, 75 centimetres oversized all the way around as you go. So each piece has to sort of be cut. You can leave it rough, but I got to transport this in a vehicle, so I want to have them, yeah, not too big and nasty. So it's just a matter of, yeah, methodically moving along and cutting them and doing it. But it's still fairly quick. So don't get me wrong, it's alright. I'm going to change the design somewhat. It's the first crab pot I've made, other than ones out of steel and wire. So what I'm going to do, cut these cords and lash it off to hold it all tight together. And once I've done that, then I'm going to get some cross pieces and just lay them across the top here and lash them off. That'll form my top. I'll do the same to the underside, which will form my bottom, and then I'm going to cut one of these rails. So I'll get another bit of wood and I'll tie that in to there somewhere. Do one there and do one over there, and then I can cut this one rail out, and everything will hold together because it'll be tied on, and that'll be where the crabs can get in. So they'll butt their way around the outside and they'll find their way into there. Hopefully, and yeah, go in and feed on the bait, and when I come back I can have the rope tied off to this side, so when I'm pulling it out of the water the crabs will fall to that side, and they'll naturally want to get away from the direction they're getting dragged, so they'll be wanting to go back that way. So if I've got the opening here, got it tied off here, when I pull it out of the water, I'll pull it from here, they'll go back in and stay inside, hopefully. Any areas that got real big gaps, because some of the poles they're not straight, so you've got bigger gaps, I'll just tie in some cordage there or another bit of wood, whatever it takes, just to fill those gaps up, so it's not a place where the crabs are going to try to get in, because you don't want them to spend all their time in one spot trying to get in and not being able to get in. You want them to try a spot, they can't get in, they move along, and they just keep moving around until they find that opening. So it may even be that, you know, lash in a couple of small sticks all the way around it to build it up, so there is not that big gap that they're tempted to almost get in there and get a claw inside, but they can't do anything else. You don't want them to be able to get to that stage. You want them to just go, I can't get in here, I'll move along, and just keep going until they find that opening. Alright, lashing off this bottom. I don't know if you can see me too well because it's getting pretty dark, but I'm just going to space them out. So I've got roughly a 1 inch gap between them all, and then just lashing them on the same way. So I'm just starting with a jam knot. Tie off a jam knot. Start it off under here, cross it over. Tie my other knot in here, then we cinch that down tight. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll lash off all these. Not going to worry about filming it, just because you know what it's like. You know what I'm doing here anyway. So I'm just wrapped it around there so it all pulls off nice and tight, and then I'll just finish it off with some half hitches, and then yeah, good to go. Show you quickly while I've still got some sort of light what I'm going to do on this underside, or on the top side as it is. So this is your top. I've tied a couple of corner pieces, bracing pieces across there, just to stop the whole frame racking. Yeah, when it's just all square, you get that racking motion. So what I'm going to do here, I had thought about doing a elaborate little door here and having it hinged off, and I still might do that in the future, but just for now, I reckon I'll just put in 1 or 2 pieces across there. Might be 1 in the middle, or it might be 2 there, and just lash them off at one end, and then we'll lash them off at both ends. But I can do like a quick release knot on both of them, and then yeah, when I bait it, I'll have one tied off, then I'll tie the bait in the bottom, and I'll put this piece on and tie it on. So when it comes time to taking the bait out, or getting rid of the taking the crab out, just go and tie those two, and then I can reach in there and or tip the crabs out, or whatever I want to do with it. So alright, thought I'd just show you that while I've still got some light. And I'll go back to lashing this bottom on. Alright guys, we're down here at the river, and it's low tide, which is the least ideal time for it, but anyway, that's what I got to work with, so we'll go with it. Got a fish head inside there. I don't know if you can see that, there's a fish head in there. Tied my rope off onto the front, down low, so when I'm pulling it back out, it's not going to bury into the ground as much. But, she's a heavy beast. Ideally you have a bit of deep water you can just drop it into, but I'm going to have to try to throw it in. But a few mosquitoes around as well. Anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to get it in the water and leave it sit for a couple of hours, see if we can't catch any crabs with it. Alright guys, so we didn't get any, didn't manage to catch any crabs this time around. Tons of sandflies here, midgies, whatever you want to call them. So I'm getting eaten alive, so at least something's biting. It's just, it's not crabs, it's sandflies, little black flies. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. Sorry I couldn't come through with the crab today, but no doubt I'll get one in the future. But if you haven't checked out my other videos, check them out. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe. You can click the subscribe button up here. Yeah, anyway, until next time guys, thanks for watching.